Okay guys, today we'll be solving for x. These are free marks for those who are doing grade 11, grade 12. Guys, these are free marks, you must make sure you collect them. Okay, we're having 3 equations. We'll start with the first one. Solve for x. So in this one is already, x has already been factored out. This is the easy one. So we're only going to say x is equal to 0 or x is equal minus 1 is equal to 0. For this equation to be equal to 0, it's either this is equal to 0. Remember, when you multiply by 0 you get 0, or this is equal to 0, so that when you multiply by this x you get 0. So x minus 1 is equal to 0. For this to be equal to 0, x has to be equal to 1. Then you get your 2 marks. Then we move on to the next question. So this one we must multiply out the brackets. We'll have x squared plus 5x minus 3x minus 15 is equal to 9. Then we take 9 to this side, so we have x squared. We add the like terms. 5x minus 3x, we get 2x minus 15. This 9, when it comes this side, it becomes negative, equal to 0. Then we also add the like terms. X squared plus 2x minus, this is minus 24. Yeah. Are we still okay? Then we open 2 brackets. It's equal to 0. Since it's x squared, at the first bracket we're going to have x squared. X, the first bracket is equal to x, second bracket is equal to x, so that when you multiply this we get this. Okay, since this is negative, we know the other bracket is going to be negative, the other one is going to be positive, so that when you multiply positive and a negative we get negative. So we're looking for factors of 24, numbers that when you multiply them then we get 24, but when we add them we get 2. So we know 1 goes to 24 times, but when we add 24 and 1, either you get 25 or 23. Then 2 goes how many times? 12 times. Where we go to 3 go how many times? Is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24 goes 7 times. But still this won't give us 2. Then we move on. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 4 goes how many times? 6 times. So if we say 6 minus 4, we get 2. So we know the positive is going to be 6, the negative is going to be 4. That's where we have x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x plus 6 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 4 for this equation to be 0. X must be equal to minus 6 for this equation to be 0. Then we go to the third equation. Then we take this 9x, everything this side to this side, so we'll be left with 0 is greater than 9x squared minus 15x plus 4. This is the same as 9x squared minus 15x plus 4 as less than 0. This is still the same thing. So we open 2 brackets. So here we know we're going to have 3x. 3x times 3x is going to be 9x squared. So here we must decide what is going to be here, the sign here. Since this is negative, this is positive, both signs are going to be negative. Remember, when you are adding 2 negative, you still get negative. When you multiply 2 negative, you get positive. That's how we determine signs here. Okay, then we think of a number that when we multiply we get 4, but when we take that number and multiply with this 3, that number multiply with this 3, we get 15. So if here is 1 and here is 4, so 3x times minus 4x, let's check if we are correct. 3x times minus 4x will get minus 12x. We get minus 1 times by minus 3x, we get minus 3x. Minus 3x plus 12 is minus 15x. Then we are correct.